pussies. It's funny what you think about at a memorial. I was thinking about pussies. Or anyway, that's what my dad calls them. Guys his age who, because of luck or resistance, class, or just circumstance, never found themselves in Vietnam. I was thinking, I wonder how many pussies are here today, and how many have visited this memorial since its dedication. I was trying to imagine what they'd feel like in a place like this. It's one thing to visit a memorial that's dedicated to a generation you don't belong to. But it's probably quite another to visit one that could have easily been inscribed with your own name. And then I thought, if I were in Vietnam, I'd be a Marine like my dad was. He was drafted and did his boot camp at the Marine Corps Recruit Depot in San Diego, and was deployed to Vietnam in the summer of 1968. He survived a 13-month combat tour with the 60mm mortars of Bravo Company, 1st Battalion, 1st Marine Division. I think I'd want to be in the same company as he was, but I'd be a grunt for sure. And I'd want to get there before him, just in time for the first wave of the Tet Offensive. I don't know if I'd make it, but if I survived long enough, maybe I'd actually meet my dad in the bush. Maybe we'd even be buddies. Today, if I ask him, sometimes he tells me about the war, but it's always the same stories, as if I never heard them before. And no matter how many times I hear them, they never make it any easier to imagine. You hate to admit it sometimes, but I guess it's right what they say. You had to be there. But then it occurred to me that I'd want to do my boot camp at Paris Island. And then I thought of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman.
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Now get up. Get on your feet.
I'd probably seen that movie 100 times by the 3rd grade. I used to act out my favorite scenes in the backyard. And I still have dreams that I'm in Vietnam, but I'm not sure where they come from. Either all the movies I watched or all the stories I heard my dad tell. It's probably a little of both. I'd like to think that if I were in Vietnam, I'd be good looking. That I'd be good looking and smart. Ironic, but down to earth. That I'd get letters from my girlfriend back home, and that I'd write my grandmother every day.
Somebody once wrote, hell is the impossibility of reason. That's what this place feels like. Hell. I hate it already, and it's only been a week. Some goddamn week, Grandma.
But sometimes, I think I'd be one of those guys that just don't give a shit. That seem to embody some kind of a death drive. That appear mad with hostility. That come to represent the most horrifying possibilities of war. Some kind of a badass.
Fuck you, cowboy! Fuck all you assholes! You motherfucker!
about killing? Y'all experts? Y'all know about killing? Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads. You smoke this shit so to escape from reality? Yeah, I don't need this shit. I am reality.
But more than likely, I'd be like this guy behind the camera. You don't see too many badasses wearing glasses.
What are you doing?
And he's got a nice receding hairline like me too.
How do you know whether or not it's working?
Still, I don't know if I'd make it. But if I think about it, and I've thought about it, if I had to die in Vietnam, I think I'd get shot. And chances are I'd bleed to death, slowly. I'd watch my short life flash before my eyes. I'd meditate on the impending doom of my own non-existence, and I'd use the dramatic stage that such a death would hopefully provide to compose my final thoughts, to deliver my last words, and to draw my last breath. But I often have to remind myself that I wasn't in this war, and that I didn't die in it. I'm just the son of a Vietnam vet who years from now will just be another pussy visiting a memorial.